They say cars haven't changed in 100 years, but because of the social and environmental aspects that we're now facing, BMW is using innovation to counter that. Meet the Vision Neue Klasse. The Vision Neue Klasse represents a production vehicle coming out of BMW in the near future. It combines elements from the Vision circular concept and Vision D that were introduced much earlier. Here in the Neue Klasse, it gets the new interpretation of the BMW grille. You can see that there are no more chrome elements, and instead it uses lights to communicate the iconic kidney grille. At the same time, you would notice that there are depths to the lights because when charging, it gives off this living, almost breathing aspect to the vehicle. Sustainability plays a key role in the design of the Neue Klasse. And right here you can see how they were able to integrate recycled elements to its exterior design. And of course, being a BMW, it has to have the iconic 2.5 box shape. But at the same time, it is very futuristic. So you can say it's retro-futuristic with one eye firmly towards the future, but never forgetting its history. The low belt line creates this homey atmosphere that's perfect because this is supposed to be like a sofa on wheels. E-ink design is right here also on the side. And this one indicates certain elements, like for example, where to push the sensor buttons. Now, the thing is, I understand this may not make it to production, but it's interesting how they're able to use e-ink in communicating different aspects or functionalities of the vehicle. Towards the back, you would realize that the Neue Klasse would have a very different rear from, let's say, the Vision D, in the sense that it is abruptly cut off. This was designed to make it sportier and more dynamic than the previous concept cars that we've seen from BMW, and of course the new interpretation of the taillight design. Now, interestingly, the BMW badge itself has been etched rather than a logo that you put on a vehicle. Right now, we don't know if it's going to make it to production, but I think it's a cool feature. Now, let's take a look at inside. Now, the most interesting part of the Neue Klasse is what you find inside. This gives off BMW's new interior design direction. It's all about simplicity, while at the same time becoming more easy and more intuitive for the user. The most iconic aspect here is the panoramic vision display, a heads-up display that spans the entire length of the dashboard. This gives off information that comes out of this large touchscreen display. Another thing that's different is the small diameter steering wheel with, get this, the spokes, the 12 and 6 position. The reason being is that there are no more gauges or stuff here in front. So for BMW, they moved the spokes to this direction to give it an airier feel. Now, iconic iDrive has disappeared. If you remember that little knob, it's now moved to the steering wheel as well. And this can help you navigate through the controls. Again, it's all about having eyes on the road and your hands at the wheel at all times. In terms of colors, the Neue Klasse goes with this sort of retro look with the use of yellow and white to give this vibrant, homey feel, and the use of corduroy seats. It's something that you saw in the previous Neue Klasse, the vehicle that sort of saved BMW maybe in the 70s, and they're using that right now in order to give itself importance as it moves towards an electrified future. The Neue Klasse is a vision car, meaning it may not make it to production in this shape and form. But do not worry, because the Neue Klasse will come out as a family of vehicles starting 2025. This will become BMW's future design direction and a company that is human, intelligent, and sustainable.